Righto, tally ho there, champs, and welcome to the show. Today, I want to talk about these killer phones, and I'm talking the Mi Max 2. Now, I have here the international and the global version. I'll tell you the difference. We're talking 5 days battery life with these, and I am filming with the iPhone 8 Plus. And even though I am filming with the iPhone 8 Plus, these phones, or this phone in particular here, is more of my daily driver than I use the iPhone 8 Plus, because I do like it better for most situations. I'll tell you when I use the iPhone 8 Plus, but generally I'm just drawn to using this Xiaomi Mi Max 2. So this is the global version here anyway, and this one here is the international version. And I'm like, all right, I understand that they make Chinese versions of these first, of course, it's a Chinese phone. But what's the difference between international and global? I mean, they sound like the same thing to me. And it turns out really nothing. So what are the differences between the international and the global version? Well, as you can see, the box on the box on the international version is bigger. As you can see, it's taller there. Is it? It seems to be, yeah, it's a bit wider too. Okay, the phones are identical, other than if you look on the back of the box of the international, it's got a bit of Chinese writing. On the back of the box of the global version, it's English writing. Let's be clear, this gold one here, or the white faced one, is the international model, and it has the big box on the left. The small box on the right is the global version, and it's the matte black one. Now, as I said, the only differences between them is the plug. You get the European plug with the global version. You get the American or Asian plug with the international version. That's the only difference, and the color. And also on the back of the international version, you have some Chinese writing, and you also have Chinese instructions. You have a look in here, it is Chinese. And the global version here, you have English writing on the back, if we can get in there. See English writing on the back, and you have English instructions. And other than that, and the colors, that is the only difference between the global version and the international version. Hello doggy, hi Coco. So that's the only difference. So at the end of the day, you're better off going with whichever one's cheaper. And I have left a link in the description with a discount code to the Mi Max 2, so check that out from GearBest. It's pretty much the cheapest price you'll get. So to just clear that up, there is no difference. The gold international version, beautiful gold, look how good the screen looks outside, and the black, the matte black global version. And also, you can get different colors with the international and the global version, but the most popular global version is the matte black, and this one comes in multiple colors also. The global does too. So there you have it. Now I actually have here a power brick too. I'll leave a link in the description. 20,000 milliamp power brick, and I will review this. This thing can charge like my iPhone 10 times, I think. Yeah, 10 times it will be able to charge my iPhone. These Mi Maxes here, which have a 5,200 milliamp hour, or sorry, 5,200 milliamp hour battery, will be able to charge these maybe 3 3/4 times, and you will get 5 days battery life with these. Normal use, that's normal light use. Me, I get around 2 days battery use, but I have given this to someone and they got 5 days, and they're not a heavy user of their phone, maybe 1 or 2 hour screen time a day, but 5 days in between charges. As I said, it feels good in the hand. There's no getting over that footprint. Okay, it is a big phone, but I will say that it's easier to handle than the iPhone 8 Plus because it's so thin. Like, it is really thin and light, so I don't find any problem handling it. Although you won't get over the footprint, it will be big in your pockets and stuff like that, but for me it's easy to handle. And I don't mind it being that big because I'm a big guy, I'm 6'4", so you know, usually my pockets aren't that small anyway, and I have the big hands. But using this as a daily driver, it is fantastic. It is so good. And I'll just show you the difference between the black. I'll just take the sticker off there. This is the black one, global version on the left. See if I can, and the gold one here. Now, as you might be able to see, if I turn them both on, I'll just take the front off this one. If I turn them both on, you'll see that. Now they're actually pretty good outside. You can see how good they are outside with the light there. You can read them. They're not the best outdoors. I will say there are better phones for reading the screen outdoors, but you can read these pretty easily outside, no problems. So yeah, there's a difference between the two. The black. Here's the black, it's matte black. I mean, the bezels look smaller when you look at the matte black because, you know, black bezels versus white bezels. You can see there, it's very readable outdoors. There are better phones when it comes to outdoor reading, but seriously, for the price, you cannot complain. So why I love these phones so much, or this phone so much, is because it is so good to use as your daily driver. Like, because the screen is so big, you can get 90% of your computing needs done on this phone. You will not ever need to use a tablet ever again. The battery life is phenomenal. You can go as hard as you want. You'll find it hard to kill this in a day, and you're getting upwards of around 18-20 hours screen on time you can get with these. So the screen on time is phenomenal. And here's my doggy. Hello, Coco, how are you? Say hello to Coco. Yeah, anyway. So the battery life is amazing. The camera is really good. The cameras on these are fantastic in good lighting. Okay, so here's the black one, international version, in good lighting. Now I must stress that in good lighting you get fantastic photos out of this. Doesn't have optical image stabilization, so when it comes to low light you suffer. You're going to get blurrier photos, and also in low light the performance isn't as good as some obviously flagship phones. But around the price of this phone, I don't think there's many with better cameras than this, especially outdoors in daylight. With video, there are a bit of problems with the video. The focus isn't fantastic with the video. We'll see if the iPhone will focus here. Right, it doesn't seem to be focusing too good either. Okay, focus please. No, iPhone, oh, there we go. Yeah, the iPhone obviously is a better camera for video and that, and just a better camera overall, but in good daylight the photos are fantastic with this phone. The video, as I said, it needs some work, it needs some firmware updates, and if it had some firmware updates and I didn't have to tap to focus all the time, the video would be very acceptable on these phones as well. It's actually pretty good in normal daylight here. And look, the dynamic range of the iPhone, you can see it's struggling all to focus now, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, I will do full reviews on these. I love them. Definitely worth checking out. Check out my description for the discount codes on these. There's no difference between the global and the international, so just get whatever's cheaper, and you won't get cheaper than in the description there with the discount code at the moment from GearBest. So definitely check that out. Full review coming, and also a full review of course of the iPhone 8, and I've got the Pixel coming in. I've got some more computers to review. I've got a lot of stuff. I've been overseas. I'm going to catch up now. Thanks guys for watching. Until next time, tally ho.